Community comment of the week comes from Willie Woo, who is he's more on the BTC side, but I think there's a little part of his heart that actually kind of likes Bitcoin Cash. He was in the good video with Kim.com a long time ago, where he was at least hearing out Kim's points and thinking through it. Anyway, he's famous for doing on-chain analysis of BTC and whatever. And somebody said on Twitter, Brian Norgard said, if you don't like Twitter, you should build your own network. And this is obviously one of those troll comments where somebody is criticizing Twitter for their censorship or their algorithm or whatever, and then the classic response is, oh, go build your own. And it's like, yeah, well, that's actually a bit unrealistic a lot of the time, but there's still some merit to it, I would say. Anyway, Willie came back with a really good take, which is just, the irony is most people have already built their own network, adding exponentially more value to their lives than Twitter. They just don't necessarily see it. And I think that's just a good way to reinforce to everybody that online is not real life. And with how manipulated and controlled online discussion can be, I think we're going to see a bit of a return to people more trusting their local communities and people they know, their friends and family, and shifting away from the news headline told me this versus I know 4 people and they think this. I mean, obviously, it's easy to critique, or it's not exactly very scientific. Well, maybe it's not scientific either way, as to have such a small biased sample of people But on the other hand, people are most likely in a similar situation to you, and you also can trust that there's less filters between their opinion and you. It's not there's less agendas and less incentives and less things going on behind the scenes. So I think that's really worth keeping in mind, and maybe ties into the theme of sort of disinformation or centralization versus decentralization.